Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. So good to have you here if you're either new or if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, then a big thank you for joining me here on Rainbow Tarot UK. So in today's reading, we are doing what are their immediate hopes for you and the connection. And as usual, we've got 3 piles. We've got pile number 1, which has the little silver heart. This beautiful little pattern here. Pile number 2, or turn it the wrong way around, which has the little blue sort of Diamante pattern. And then pile number 3, which is this little silver, almost like, reminds me of a little kind of Celtic circle there. But anyway, and so those are our 3 piles. You know, use your intuition, as I always say. Go for the pile that's calling for you. There might be more than one pile. It's absolutely fine. Remember, it's general, so you only ever take the messages that feel right to you. That's all I ever ask of you. Just take the messages that feel right. Don't ever take something that doesn't feel right. And remember, it's timeless, so it's good for whenever you're finding it. So, other than that, all there is to say is I will see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 1, welcome back to your reading. So, welcome back to our reading today, which is, you know, what are their immediate hopes for you and the connection? And you chose to come into the reading under the little silver patterned heart there, lovely little patterned heart there. I'm going to put that there. And also I have shuffled 2 oracle cards and we're going to have a look at them. And the way that we're going to do this reading is, first I'm just going to lay some cards, get a general sense of the energy of you and your person. Where are you at the moment? And it should also give you a bit of an idea of whether it's the right pile for you. And then I'm going to lay some cards on what their immediate hopes are for the connection for you and the connection. So let's start off. Let's have a look and see. The first oracle card we've got is the duck and the chrysanthemum. Card number 10, and it says luck underneath. So card number 10, and it says luck. Also have, priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? It's a lovely card there. I don't know if you can see that. It's gorgeous. Beautiful colours. How are you being called to step up and lead, priestess? And that always reminds me of the high priestess, which in the tarot is all about intuition, all about secrecy, all about things that are hidden knowledge, hidden wisdom, that kind of thing. But anyway, let's see. So we've got luck as well. Right. Now some of you, I'm just getting, for some of you, this might be a time of separation or something like that, because 10 is about final endings, completions of cycles, that kind of thing. So maybe you're in separation from some of you. Sorry, maybe they're in separation from some of you. You're inquiring about somebody who's, you know, you're not with. And that there needs to be some, they're wanting some luck, or there needs to be some luck somehow in this situation, or somebody needs to step up. Somebody needs to step up and, you know, be better somehow with the priestess card here. Maybe there's something, maybe they're feeling, their immediate hopes is that they, you know, they want some luck in this situation, and they want to be able to step up and lead it or bring it back or something like that, or take action or make a move that's going to propel it and move it forward in some way. But anyway, let's see what the general energy is. So big thanks if you've liked, shared, subscribed. Thank you so much. It really does, honestly, I say it every time, but it's so true. It does mean a lot to me, and it enables me to know that you know, when you tick the like, when you subscribe and you hit the notification bell and you leave a comment, all the lovely kind comments, it just gives me so much motivation really to carry on and to continue with the channel when I see it growing and developing and evolving, and that people are actually, you know, enjoying my reading. So thank you so much for that. So let's see, what's going on with pile number 1 and their person. I feel like there might be, with the candle flickering like this, I feel like there might be some intense heat in this situation, or some intense emotions in this situation. There might be a lot of or I feel like it might need to rise up. Like I'm getting the kind of whole thing of the phoenix rising from the ashes. So after the fire, there needs to be a rising up of some kind. Now we've got the 5 of Cups here. So the general energy is the 5 of Cups. Please can you tell me what is the general energy of part number 1 and their person right now? What's going connection. Knight of Cups. And what is going on in the connection right now? Ace of Swords, yeah. So the way it looks to me at the moment, what's at the bottom of the deck? Page of Rods. It says Page of Rods here, but that's a Page of Wands. It's the overarching energy. So I feel like with the Five of Cups here, it's a bit like what I was saying before, that maybe with the 10 here, that you are in separation from this person. There's been some disappointment with the Five of Cups here, because the Five of Cups can talk about disappointment. It can talk about focusing on disappointment, focusing on things that are spilt, like, it's a bit of a glass half empty rather than glass half full kind of a card. So I feel like there's somebody is feeling disappointed, or somebody's not feeling very satisfied, or somebody's choosing to focus on things that are not going right in the situation. Maybe there's some heartache, maybe there's some separation. But I feel like that at the moment there's definitely an opportunity, a chance to elevate it again, a chance to bring back love into the situation. Because I don't normally in this card, when I look at this card, I don't normally see the castle in the background sort of elevated. So it just made me feel somebody wants to at the moment, the situation is that you might be in separation, or there might be some disappointments, or there might have been some heartache, or there might be a few you might not be going through a great time if you're actually with this person, or there might have been some, like I say, some disappointments or some negativity or something like that. But there's hope still for this situation. So the current energy is, I feel that this person, their immediate hopes is in the situation right now, the way it stands right now, is that they want to come back forwards towards you, or they want to offer. With the Knight of Cups, it's a very romantic card, or maybe it's like, this situation, we've got the Five of Cups here because it hasn't been properly acknowledged. It's the Two of Cups is behind this person. So the Two of Cups, the union between the two of you, hasn't probably been acknowledged. But I feel like right now there are steps being taken, or thoughts or actions being taken to elevate it, to bring romance into the situation, to have a new beginning. So the way so if there has been something that's wrong in the situation, or it hasn't been acknowledged, or it hasn't been recognised, or there's been some challenges, I feel like now that's already changing. It's coming into a brand new beginning. It's coming into a better place. The overarching energy is the Page of Wands. Well, the pages can talk again, talk about new beginnings, but they can talk about messages, and it can also talk, the Page of Wands is an exciting new beginning, a passionate new beginning. It's it's youth, it's energy. So I feel like this situation is already, as we speak, being revived, or there are plans or actions to revive it or to bring it into being. Something's happened. If you haven't heard from somebody, you will be hearing from them. That's why you've got the Luck card. So that's why you've got somebody needs to step up and lead. I feel like something's happening as we speak around this situation. Improving, elevating, being better, beginning again, or starting in some way, some kind of offer, the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands, some kind of offer. So this person, the immediate hopes of this person, and the way it is at the moment, is they want to do it kind of now, because these cards are all about what is the energy, the current energy of the situation right now. If it was stuck, if it was focusing on the negative, if it was looking at previous disappointments, if there were challenges, that is changing as we speak. Like luck, it's almost like luck is on your side. This is the time. Now is the time. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now about where the connection is at. Now, in terms of astrological signs, Five of Cups, that is Scorpio energy. Knight of Cups, that's obviously Pisces. And Ace of Swords, well, that could be any one of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And Page of Rods or Page of Wands is, any one of the fire signs of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So that's kind of where I'm feeling it's at right now. So let's see, what is their hope? So what is pile number one's hopes? What are their immediate hopes for pile number one and the connection? What are their immediate hopes? So you've got the Tower. Some big change That's what the immediate hopes are. The Tower is a big, huge shift. It's a huge change. That's kind of what I'm feeling. There needs to be a big change here. What is pile number one's immediate hopes for the connection? What's their immediate hopes for the connection? 8 of Swords. What is their immediate hopes for the connection? The Emperor. And the Knight of Cups as the overarching energy. The Knight of Cups now. So, what I'm sensing here is the overarching energy is definitely to come towards you. And that might be a bit of a shock, because the Tower card is a shocking event. Something that you would not... I mean, the Tower card, there's always a lot of debate about the Tower card, but sometimes you can read it as, you know, something happening to kind of rock your world that brings about, you know, a shattering of what you thought was secure and stable. Now, in terms of what is their hopes, I think what they're wanting, the immediate hopes for the situation, is for this, you know, situation to be rocked to its core, for there to be a massive change. But usually in the Tower normally means building up to something better. So if something has gone on before, and it comes right under the Five of Cups, so if you haven't been with this person, there's been disappointment, there's been separation, there's been feelings of loss, there's been a focusing on the negatives of the situation, or a focusing on what hasn't worked in the situation, I think the massive shock is that they don't want, they want that gone now. So the massive shock is that they turn around and they look at the Two of Cups. They look at the Two of Cups, which is the potential of the situation. It might be a massive shock to you because you just might not be expecting it in this situation. It just might be something that is so out of the blue. They want to, I mean, I think there's a lot of fear and worry about them coming forwards with the Knight of Cups here, because we've got the Eight of Swords. It's not that they are relaxed about it. I don't think they are relaxed about it. I think there's a lot of sort of stress involved with doing that. And that might be sometimes meaning that they kind of go backwards and forwards about whether they want to come forward, because they are feeling, they might be feeling a bit kind of stuck in, sort of in some certain indecision about that. But they definitely want to do it. They definitely want to do it. They want to take charge. I mean, the Emperor card here, underneath the Eight of Swords, is this brand new, honest, authentic beginning, and the Emperor is they want to take charge, and that's why you've got, how are you being called to step up and lead? Suddenly this person is realising that they need to step up their game and lead and move forward with a very clear plan and a very clear strategy, and that is their hope. They want, but it's a shock. It will be a massive shock. It will just like come out of the blue. You in a million years, you won't expect it with this particular person, because I feel like with a lot of you are in separation, but it feels like it's the right time. It feels like it's fated to be the right time, and that this person wants to make that move, wants to be really clear. Now, I feel they are really caught up in their feelings with you, because the Knight of Cups has come up twice. We've got the Knight of Cups here and the Knight of Cups here. Now, the Knight of Cups is a really, really, really romantic card. It's a card of, you know, doing all the right things romantically, saying all the right things romantically, really demonstrating their feelings. So I feel at their core that they definitely do have that for you here, because it's come up twice, and that's no, that's no coincidence. It often represents Pisces, which is the kind of dreamer sign of the zodiac. It's the poet of the zodiac. It's the person that's the most creative in the zodiac. So that is the Knight of Cups, and I feel this person at their core wants to message you, wants to connect with you in a very romantic way. But their hopes are that it might be, this might be a bit of a work crash for some of you. You know, because with the Emperor card here, I'm just getting that this might be, for some of you, a bit of a work crush, and you've been wondering about whether they like you, whether they're interested in you, and it may have been that with the Five of Cups here, you know, you've always thought there's absolutely no way that this connection's ever going to get off the ground. So you've always focused on the negatives of the situation, But now the shock is that they are literally going to turn around and see those Two of Cups. They're going to turn around and act on that union, act on that coming together. And that is going to be the massive shock. But there are fears. But with the Emperor, the reason why I'm saying it's a work clash, because the Emperor is an archetypal father figure, it's an archetypal boss figure, somebody who's a manager, somebody who is in charge of a situation. And I feel like with the Ace of Cups, not the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords and the Emperor, I mean, they are really strategizing, really planning the right way of coming forward, of making the right move towards you. But I do feel that they will come towards you and that they will message you. And their hopes, their immediate hopes, is to begin a romance with you, is to start a romantic venture with you, because you've got the Knight of Cups. And now this is moves. I just want to see what this is. Now this is the Six of Pentacles, and they are hoping with the Six of Pentacles here that is going to be reciprocated. That is, because this, you know, this is about giving. This is a card of generosity and giving. But it's about somebody also receiving. So it has that give and take kind of quality to it as well. So my feeling is that their immediate hopes is that they want to come forward. They want to start a romance with you. They want to renew a romance with you. They're feeling lucky, or they're feeling, because this luck card here, I don't know why it's reminding me of the Wheel of Fortune, which is, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, it's the cycles of life when things can go up and things can go down in the Wheel of Fortune. You know, it can also be, you know, because it's you know, throughout life, when we journey through life, a bit like the Fool, journeying through the major arcana, we experience highs and lows. And what I'm sensing here is that with this person thinks this is the time. This is the time to approach pile number one. This is it. The luck is on my side. I've got to step up. I've got to step up to the plate, and I'm going to do it. And I'm just working out exactly the right way to do it, because I want it to be right. I want it to come across as structured, planned, you know, that I've thought about it, that I am in charge of it, that I know what I'm doing. But there needs to be, and as I say this, I focus very much on this red rose that's in this card. It's love. I want to declare my love. So my immediate hopes is that I want to declare my love. I want to begin a romantic relationship with pile number one, or I want to renew a romantic relationship with pile number one. Those are my immediate hopes for this connection and for pile number one. That is kind of what I am feeling here. So let's have a look. So in terms of astrological signs, well, I mean, the Eight of Swords, that is Gemini energy. Again, Gemini, it equates to the Lover's card in the tarot deck. I don't always do that with the Eight of Swords, but I have there made that correlation. So that does make me feel that they see it as very much as a significant connection. The Emperor is Aries, Knight of Cups again is Pisces, and Six of Pentacles that we had underneath here, well, that is Taurus energy. So yeah, I mean, it just feels very, this person is going to take the plunge. They're going to step up to the plate, pile number one, certainly. Now let's see, do we have anything here? Their immediate hopes. What is pile number one's person's immediate hopes for this connection? Please, can you let us have a message? What is their immediate hopes? What have we got here? True love, pile number one. This is the romance of a lifetime. Yeah, with the Knight of Cups coming up twice, they see this as a very loving connection. What else have we got for pile number one? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So that might be a special message for some of you. And there's still this fire. Like, I feel this flame is just flickering like crazy. So I feel like this person just has such a flame in their heart. I know it sounds a bit corny to say that, but I do feel like that. They've just got such a flame in their heart for you. They've got such a desire for you. But it isn't just lust. Although it's got this strong flame here, it's like the flame burns bright, really. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So maybe, you know, there needs to be a bit of healing for you, for them, before you can come together. And, you know, so to get over maybe whatever might have held you back in the past. Maybe that's why you've got the Five of Cups, you know. With the Five of Cups, it is about sort of like looking back, looking on things that have always gone wrong. So maybe there was some, I don't know, patterns of behaviour or whatever that we got back from way back in our childhood or way back in the past. that prevented the connection from moving forward. But now it's about that, healing has happened, and it's, this person is ready. I feel like this person, if you wanted to say anything, this person is ready to move forward, and I think they're going to do it. Their immediate hopes is to come forward towards you. But anyway, pile number 1, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, welcome back to your reading. So, you chose to come into the reading, our reading today, which is, their immediate hopes for this connection under this sort of like little pendant that I've got, this little kind of like blue and diamante pendant, or grey and diamante pendant here. So I'm going to put that here so we can see it. There it is. And I also pre-shuffled 2 oracle cards initially. Now the way I'm going to do this reading is I'm going to get a bit of a gem. I'm going to lay some cards. Once I've done the oracle cards, I'm going to lay some general cards on the general energy of the situation. It's a good way of you checking whether that is, your pile. And then we're going to put some cards underneath to see what are their immediate hopes right now for you and the connection. So let's have a look. So we've got, so we've got the cat and the lavender. It says independence, the cat and the lavender independence. I mean, the cat has 9 lives, doesn't it? It's also card number 1. Oh, there's some strong eyes on this cat. Lavender is relaxed, something helps you to relax, doesn't it? It's a very sort of sedative flower. It's a beautiful flower. It's got a beautiful perfume to it. Okay, so let's do that. And then we've got Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. So I feel the cat and this card, there is, because the cat is obviously, you equate a black cat with a witch, don't you? So I feel like, and with the Sister of the Rose, the Mystic, the Priestess, I feel like there is a connection here. A sort of spiritual connection or a psychic connection between you and this person. It might have gone through cat, or immediately when you say cat, it's like 9 lives, isn't it? So it might have gone through a lot of cycles, this connection, or it might have gone through a lot of stops and starts. Really, just for some of you, I'm just picking that up for some of you, and that might be why you've got the lavender as well, because when you're in something that's stopping and starting, or it's unpredictable, or it's backwards and forwards, it can create a lot of stress. And I just feel like maybe there's either some calm, because the lavender brings about calm, relaxation. With the independence, it may be that some of you are in separation from this person, or you're in that period of being away from this person, or separated from this person, if it's a sort of cyclical, that goes in cycles or whatever. And there's something to learn. So maybe because with the priestess, the mystic, the teacher, that when we're in those kinds of connections, usually, maybe it's karmic, or there's cycles, or we keep repeating. We keep going back to the same person because there's yet to something to learn in the connection, or something to teach us in the connection. And with the black cat here, I just feel like spiritually there's some kind of spiritual lesson maybe in this connection, possibly. But it brings about stress, or it could bring about stress, and that's why you have the lavender to just help you to, remind you that it's, it's about staying calm and looking after yourself, because often lavender is used, in massage, or when we have a massage and we feel, we're looking after ourselves, we're pampering ourselves. So maybe there's a message here to, to look after yourself around this particular connection at the moment, or to stay relaxed, stay calm, be independent. The cat is a very independent creature. It's not like a dog. Dogs are loyal. Not that I'm suggesting that you are disloyal, but what I mean is there might be a message around you just, valuing your independence, being okay with you being independent at the moment, or, looking after yourself, looking after number 1, because I have to say that about cats, don't they? They look after themselves, whereas dogs are different, really. So there might be something around that as well in this connection. But let's see what's going on. So thank you very much for subscribing, sharing, liking, to everyone who leaves lovely, lovely comments. I try to answer as many as I can. I really do read them all and I appreciate them, so thank you so much for that. And it's just great to be able to see my channel grow and develop. So if you feel like you want to subscribe and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload, then please do, because it just, you know, it just enables me to carry on doing these readings for you, and it lets me see what you like, what readings you like. But anyway, let's see, what is the general energy between pile number 2 and their person right now? Let's have a look at that. Please tell me, what is the general energy between pile number 2? Oh, 10 of Cups. The Magician. And the Tower. And at the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so that might be why we have the Cat and the Lavender here, because the Tower energy, the way it is at the moment, something might have happened to bring this connection for some of you into separation. The Tower, or there's some sort of revelation may have happened, because the Tower can be some kind of shocking event. It can be the crumbling of a situation that you felt was stable and secure, that has now somehow come toppling down. So it may be that the current situation was with the 10 of Cups, that it felt really loving, really happy. And I think there is still a lot of love in this situation. So if there has been an issue, or there's been a separation, or there's been a shocking revelation, or something's happened with the Tower card here, there is still love, because the 10 of Cups, it might not feel like it, because the Tower can be very painful. And you might not, you know, you might not feel like that's the case, but the 10 of Cups here, it just shows me that there is a lot of love still in this situation. Now, that the Tower might have involved other people somehow. I'm just noticing that there is a crack in this bridge here, a bridge that should have been quite solid with all these cups on top. There's a crack in it. I've never noticed that before, and it makes me think of the Tower. So maybe that's something that was solid, secure, stable, happy, or you thought was, you know, came into separation. And there needs to be you looking after yourself at the moment with the Cat and the Lavender here. You need to look after yourself, because when you go through something this shocking or this difficult, it can really stress you out. It's very, very, very painful. So that is why you're being told to look after yourself, value your independence, value your relaxation time, pamper yourself. But with the Cat and the 9 Lives, it just makes me feel that there is a lot of love still left in this situation, and it could revive. So it could revive, it could come back. And I feel that maybe your person is wanting that to happen with the Magician card here and the 3 of Pentacles. Because the Magician is the manifester of the deck, along with a couple of other cards. You know, they're wanting, I feel like at the moment, you know, if you're in separation from them, they're wanting to think of ways. They think they've got all the resources and the energy and whatever's needed to bring the situation back again, particularly if it goes in cycles where you're apart and then you're together and then you're apart and then you're together. They want to bring that back again. But it could also be, because the Magician, it can, you know, a sort of flip side of a Magician is that it can be a bit of a trickster energy. So maybe something's happened where somebody wasn't being very honest. You know, because again, the cats can sometimes have a little bit of a slyness to them, or perceived as being a little bit sly. Maybe there was something like that going on that caused it to come crashing down, or caused the Tower moment to happen. So there could be something like that, just a very specific message for some of you, that there might have been some energy that maybe wasn't quite honest, and that's why it's fallen into this Tower moment. But the overarching energy is the 3 of Pentacles, and that is about collaboration. So it makes me feel that at the moment, if you are in separation, or there's some problem, or there is an issue, or there is a crisis or something like that in this situation, that there's a chance for learning here again. There's still love, there's a chance to build it up again, there's a chance to bring it back from the brink. There are lessons still to be learned here, if you want to do that, pile number 2. And I suspect that your person does, because we have the 3 of Pentacles, which is about collaboration. It's about trying to work together to, trying to work together to, but again, it's got 3 people in it, so it might have been around something or someone else as well that caused this crack in the bridge, or caused this crack in the situation. because again, we've got sisterhood here and lots of different people in this card. So what I see in these cards is a lot of people. So there might be a lot of people involved in this situation at the moment that is causing issues, interference from other people. It could be family as well that's causing interference somehow. But anyway, in terms of astrological signs, with the 10 of Cups, we have Pisces, and yeah, so 3 of Pentacles, that is Capricorn energy. So yeah, so let's have a look to see. So that's kind of the general energy. If it doesn't fit your situation, you might want to look at another pile. Okay, so let's see. So what are their immediate hopes now for pile number 2 and the connection? What is their immediate hopes for pile number 2 and the connection going forward? Their immediate hopes, please, can you make that clear to me? What is their immediate hopes? I feel like that one wants to come out, or 2 have come out there. So we've got 5 of Swords and the Devil. What are their immediate hopes for part number 2 and the connection? The Empress, Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think they feel defeated. Or I think they might feel like there are winners and losers in this situation, because with the 5 of Swords, that can be the case. Somebody is the winner, but often at the cost of others, and then there are losers. So I feel like whatever's happened in this situation, somebody has maybe gained from it, and other people and somebody else has not gained from it. And I think they're hoping, with the Empress card, I mean, the Empress card is a bit like the Magician, the card of manifestation, because the Empress talks about abundance. She is the ultimate manifester. You know, obviously she's sitting there with her very pregnant belly. She's creating something. She is incredibly attractive. She is nurturing. She is caring. So out of this Tower moment, where I think somebody, and it's possibly you, pile number 2, has been disappointed, has been hurt. Again, it shows a few people. So I feel like other people have interfered, or there's been other things, people in this situation that have caused it to come into separation, or caused it to come crashing down. Out of this, there is they want to create something again. They want to build something again. Now, the overarching energy is the Page of Pentacles. Well, pages can talk again about new beginnings, but and new starts, so fresh energy. But Pentacles can be about learning and studying. So I feel like this person is wanting to learn from whatever has gone on between you. They want to, or they're feeling like they want to learn. But you've got, and it's a bit of a warning to you, really, pile number 2 here, because I said, and I don't often say it about the Magician when it's in the upright position, but I felt the need to in this reading, and underneath it you have the Devil card. So I said that there is a little bit, the flip side of the Magician is that they can be a little bit of a trickster, an unreliable, energy, a selfish energy, and underneath that you've got the Devil. Well, the Devil is a selfish energy. So that I think the hopes of this person is that if it has gone in cycles, if it is a cyclical thing, if it is a bit of a karmic thing, where there is an opportunity for you to learn and grow from the situation, but it can be unpredictable, it can be patterns, it can be cycles, and it can be a lot of heartache and suffering. And I feel like this person with the Devil card here is the hope for it to get back on track, but not necessarily for it to, because it's only the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is about learning, and they do want to learn something from it. But my sense is that they only kind of want to say all the right things to show that they've learned from this situation, that they've learned from the mistakes. But there's still that Devil energy, which is very much about getting what they want. So connecting, getting what they want. Feeding a habit. I feel like you might be a bit of a habit for them. Particularly if it's a one where the connection, it has been, like I say, in cycles where you come together and you pull apart and you come together. I feel like there's maybe a lot of sexual attraction to you. There's a lot of there is love with the Ten of Cups here. There is love here. You do bring them a lot of happiness, but I feel like this person, the hopes for this person, or their immediate hopes, is to get the connection back, is to reconnect with you, to build it up again, to create it again with you, to kind of indicate that they've learned something from it. But that devil energy is still there. That sort of selfishness is still there a little bit. So I think that it's just something for you to be aware of, that, you know, if this is something that keeps going backwards and forwards in cycles, or if this is something which has been major, and I think it has with the Tower, which is a major revelation, something that's come out that it's caused a lot of pain, that is quite important for you to just be very discerning when this person comes back, because I think they will. Their hopes are to come back, to create something again, to be to have this love renewed again. That's what they want. But I think the reason why you've got the cat and the lavender is for you to be discerning, for you to be independent, for you to look after yourself, for you to keep yourself relaxed, for you to keep yourself calm, to maybe think, you know, do I want to go back into this pattern again? Because although there is love between you, and I think there is something spiritual and psychic between you, because that is a karmic situation, you know, without a doubt, there is something there. I just feel like usually in karmic situations you go back to them because you've got something, you keep going back to them because you've got something to learn, and maybe for you, you've kind of learnt it. Maybe you've kind of learnt it, and so once you've learnt it, it doesn't have the same appeal. I feel like maybe this particular thing, whatever it is, this explosion or revelation or something, I feel like you've actually thought, you know what, I think I'm done. I think I might be done in this situation, because this person, as much as they have feelings, you know, do have some feelings for you, you do bring them happiness, you do bring them joy, there is a sense of contentment with you. You might even be the mother of their children here with the Empress card. My sense is that there's also an element to them that's quite selfish, and that, you know, where they will sort of do or say anything that gets them what they want, really. And that's why you might have the Five of Swords, which is the winners and losers. So, you know, whenever this cycle comes apart, so maybe just say, for example, and I'm not saying it's for everybody, but just say, for example, you know, there's been a lack of fidelity for some of you in this situation, right? That person might, you know, have been unfaithful to you, or might have lied to you, or something like that. And so there's obvious, you know, you're the obvious loser. I'm not saying they're the winner, but they've obviously been less hurt if they've been doing the lying and the cheating. And it might have been that they've done that before, you know, and you've taken them back, you know, because there is also a very strong connection between you and them. There's also a very strong lust, a very strong pull. And they'll say, you know, I will be different this time, I've changed, I've learned, I've grown, I want to, you know, I want us to work together, whatever. But I just feel like maybe, because right again at this centre, I'm just seeing this, what looks like a wasp in this devil here. Is it a wasp or is it a fly? It's just making me think of a wasp, which is a sting. A wasp has a sting. So I just feel with this particular person that there might always be a little bit of a sting to them if you keep repeating the cycle. So I think this reading is saying, or maybe acknowledging, that you might now have reached the end of this connection in terms of learning all there is to learn from it. You know, like with the Page of Pentacles, you know, that you've kind of, there isn't anything more you can learn from this situation, really. It's about you gaining your independence. It's about you looking after yourself now. Maybe it's about, with the Sisterhood of the Rose, gaining support from other friends and family around you, you know, being discerning, being intuitive, being, you know, being aware, being more self-aware. I think that's what's going on here. So their hopes in terms of their immediate hopes, is to begin the cycle again, is to begin the situation again, is to come forward again, is to start it up again. And you know, I feel like they may be busy planning, strategizing as a way of doing that, to, you know, create it again, to manifest it again, with the Magician and the Empress here. And they might want to message you, and they might want to collaborate you, and they might be telling you or saying things that sort of suggest that they want to do that. But I just think there's some sort of message in this pile number 2 for you to say, you know, is it time for you to realise that actually you've learned and got all you can from this situation? Now it might be time for you to be independent. But let's see if we've got any other messages here for pile number 2. Any messages for pile number 2 from their person? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So there you go. It is safe for you to love. So maybe maybe that does relate to this situation, but I feel like it might be more about a message for you to say, you know what, after all this turmoil that might have gone on, it is, once you give yourself love and attention, keep your boundaries, you know, and all of that, then it will be safe for you to love again. What else have we got here? Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Very soon. And I feel like this one says, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I feel like this person will come towards you. I feel like they will come towards you if you're in separation. I think you probably are here with the Tower card and the Five of Swords. They will come towards you. It will be quite soon, and they will say that, that they want to begin again. But I think with the heart-to-heart conversations, it's about you being, like I said before, it's about you being discerning, and if you are going to be with them, about being very clear about what you want from the connection, and how having a kind of clear strategy about how they can show you commitment, true commitment in this situation. But anyway, pile number 2, that has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, then please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading, we are doing, aren't we, what are their immediate hopes for you and the connection? So you chose to come into the reading under this little kind of silver, looks like a little bit of like a Celtic design, doesn't it? Silver pendant there. So I'm going to put that there, and also I've pre-shuffled 2 oracle cards. And what we're going to do is we are going to take a look at the general energy of the connection at the moment, and that will give you a chance to see if it's the right pile. And then we're going to look at what are their immediate hopes for you in the connection. So let's have a look at these first. Just want to say a big thank you if you've subscribed, commented, liked, shared. That really does mean a lot to me. It shows me what you like. It's really lovely to have all the messages. I try to read them or just acknowledge them as much as I can. So thank you so much for doing that. And it also gives me a sense of, what you like, and it's great to see the channel grow, because it just gives me a lot of sort of hope and motivation. So thanks a lot for doing that. It's, it's down to you guys that's happening. So thank you very much. So you have got card number 14, and this is the antelope and wheat, and it says nourishment at the bottom. Wheat and the antelope, nourishment. Okay, and then we've also got the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? Right, so we've got something dying, but then we've got something growing with the wheat here as well, and the nourishment. So maybe endings and new beginnings or something like that. What are you clinging on to? And then nourishment. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the general energy is of the situation. So please, can you tell me what is the general energy for pile number 3 and their person right now? What's going on in the connection? Please, can you tell me now what is going on in the connection? Hanged Man. What is going on? The Fool. is going on in the connection between pile number 3 and their person? Please, can you tell me? Oh, and the 4 of Pentacles, right. And the King of Wands, right, okay. This is an interesting one. So I feel like at the moment, sorry, I'm just pausing because it feels like this situation might be stuck at the moment. So with the crumbling and the what are you clinging on to, that goes with the Hangman. I feel like it might be sort of in a state of suspension. It might be stuck, it might be in a state of suspension, it might need a new perspective, it might need a new, it might be, you know, old and worn out or just crumbling, right? You might be in a situation with somebody where you feel like it's kind of on its last legs, or it's maybe it has come into separation for some of you. Maybe it's something that you're still clinging on to, or they're still clinging on to. Because the 4 of Pentacles is also a card of holding on to what you have. When in actual fact, it needs a new perspective, or you need to let it go and begin again. But also with this card, to replenish it, the wheat is about nourishment. It's about having, maybe this situation just isn't nourishing at the moment for you or for them. There needs to be a new beginning, a new start. There needs to be a bit of a taking a risk, a leap of faith, something to revive it maybe in some way, or to have a new beginning in some way. So I feel at the moment this kind of situation is a little bit of a crossroads. So you're not sure whether you should stay or leave in the connection. That's kind of the general energy, really, is that, you know, should you stay in this connection or should you leave this connection? It's at a crossroads. That is the general energy of this particular connection right now. But if you are going to stay in it, if there is going to be there needs to be a new way of doing things. There needs to be a new perspective. There needs to be new energy. There needs to be revival. There needs to be, you know, more excitement. There needs to be, so if it's got stuck in a rut or something like that, there needs to be something different. You know, there needs to be adventure, because the overriding energy is the King of Wands. Well, the King of Wands is about fun, it's about adventure, it's about excitement, it's about having confidence, it's about strength. So maybe with a line in the background here, that always reminds me of the Strength card, that there needs to be strength in this situation to bring it back to life. If it's fallen apart, if it's dead, it needs to be nourished in some way. But there needs to be I feel like the fire needs to come back into the situation. That's what. So if you're in separation, it's crunch time, and it's like, should I hang on to this or shouldn't I hang on to this? Maybe there is still fire in this situation. Maybe there is still something to hold on to. Maybe there is still a connection between the two of you here with the King of Wands. But something different. There needs to be a shift in perspective. There needs to be a shift in the way of doing things or the way of thinking. You know, there needs to be a few risks taken. I feel like there needs to be a few risks taken to make this situation different, to make this situation worth holding on to. Yeah, there needs to be some excitement, some life brought back into it. So that's kind of, I think, where the situation is. It feels very much like it's at a crossroads. You know, do we carry on nourishing it if we're still together? Or is it time to let it go? Or if we're apart, do we carry on clinging on to it, holding on to it, giving our energy to it, our thought, our time, our commitment to it? Or is it time to just have a different perspective and begin something new? That is the current energy. Now let's see what their immediate hopes. What is their immediate hopes for pile 3 and the connection? What is their immediate hopes for pile 3 and the connection? Please, can you tell me? 6 of Cups. Seven of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Okay. And the Nine of Swords, oh sorry, not the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords is the overarching energy. Now this person might be giving you mixed messages. So you might be in a situation with somebody that's giving you mixed messages all the time. Because what I've got here is a reading of opposites, really, here. So I feel like this person maybe doesn't really, and this might be really hard for you, pile number 3, I don't feel like this person has got a clear handle on what they hope, what their immediate hopes are for the connection. I feel like there's some scattered thinking going on here with the Seven of Swords. That can sometimes mean scattered thinking, not being clear on their thoughts. They might also not being fully open and honest with you about what they want going forwards, because it comes right under the Fool card, which is a new beginning, a new start. So they may be saying that they want to hold on to the connection, but in actual fact they want to move away from the connection. That could be going on. But we do have the Six of Cups here, which is a very strong card. You might have been together with this person for a long time, so there might be a lot of history between the two of you. You might, in some ways you might have got yourselves into a bit of a rut because of that, but the Six of Cups is like a soulmate energy. It's a loving energy. So what I mean by mixed messages is that there might be a strong bond between the two of you. They might be telling you that there's a strong bond between the two of you, and there is a strong bond between the two of you, but I feel like this person also might be indicating or saying that they want their freedom in some way, or they want to be able to take a risk to kind of go off and experience other things, or have other situations, or something like that. And that might have caused a separation between the two of you, or this might be causing a stalemate between the two of you, or this kind of fork in the road, really, because this person, I feel like, maybe wants, although they recognise that there's a strong union between the two of you, there's a strong love between the two of you, I just feel this person might also want freedom and a chance to explore and do something different, and take a few risks and take a break from the situation. So I feel their immediate hopes are that they'll be able to retain the connection, they'll be able to retain the love that you share, they'll be able to retain the sense of history, but also be able to go off and do their own thing. That's kind of what I think they want. And it's causing them some stress and some worry, because they want to be this King of Wands. Well, the King of Wands is somebody who just goes off, has a good time, is fun, is adventurous, is charismatic, popular, everybody loves him or her, or, it doesn't have to be a him, but everybody loves them. And I feel like there's something about this person whereby they might be giving mixed messages, in the sense that they might be saying that there's this strong bond or whatever between you, but actually in actual fact, and there is, but in actual fact they want to because the Seven of Swords can be a little bit of a sneaky energy, and it comes right under the Fool. So they want to take a few risks, they want to go out and have a good time, they want to do something that might be a little bit unexpected to you, but not being very clear about it, not being very open and honest about it, and it just makes me feel so that, they want to hold on to the connection. Yeah, they want to hold on to it with what are you clinging on to? The Four of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. They want to keep hold of it, but by the same token, they want nourishment. And wheat is, something that's plentiful. It grows all over the world in vast quantities. So they want to be able to go off and have adventure and have a good time and get nourishment, from other places and from other things. They want to do that. So that is why I feel their immediate hopes, but they're stressed about that, because they might be feeling a bit stuck or a bit trapped in the situation. I think that's probably what's going on. They might be feeling a bit trapped or a bit stuck in the situation. They know that there's a long-term loving connection and a bond between you, but they are, I suppose what I would say is that this person has itchy feet they may have a problem with commitment, long-term commitment. And I believe their immediate hopes is that they can just have this beautiful connection with you, but also have a sense of freedom, a sense of rest from it, a sense of respite, a sense of, a bit of time on their own. And then when they feel ready to come back to the situation, they want to come back to the situation. So I sense is that they want to go off and have some adventure, some good times, some fun, what they would see as fun, because they are feeling maybe a little bit trapped, a little bit hemmed in to the situation. But they recognise that it is a significant connection for them, and that it is a soulful connection for them. They have seen that. They can see that, their perspective. Maybe if they didn't recognise that before, they do. With a hanged man, they can clearly see they've changed their perspective, they've shifted their perspective, and they can see that it is a very important connection. So it may be that you're in separation from them, and they recognise that the connection is a very important one, but it's also one that they need some freedom from, that they need to have some respite from, because they want to be able to experience. I just need to be honest here, Paul and Frida. I think they want to be able to experience other things. They want to be able to. I feel like they want to travel. They want to go off. They want to, connect to lots of other experiences, really. And that they and maybe they're not being particularly honest with you about that at the moment. So they might be giving you mixed messages or different messages here. But let's see what we've got for pile number 3. So many messages here for pile number 3. Messages for pile number 3. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, I do feel like that's quite apt. I feel like this person wants freedom. They want to be able to have fun, and what they would see as freedom and fun and frivolity, and to kind of have to flirt in that way. So I suppose what I'm saying here is that their immediate hopes is that they don't really want commitment. They want to have the comfort maybe of the situation. They want to know that they can come back to it, to return to it with the 6 of Cups here, that it'll always be there for them. That's what they're thinking. But they want to go off and have their good times as well. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So that might be a best message for both of you. For you in particular, what do you want in all of this situation? What is important for you? Is that what's important for you, pile number 3? Heart to heart. Now these very soon and heart-to-heart conversations came out in pile number 2, so you might want to listen to pile number 2 if you're feeling called to it. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Honestly discuss. Now I feel like in this card there's always one person that's much more keen to have that heart-to-heart conversation than the other person, and I feel that they I think the biggest thing that they want really is what they would see as their freedom. They don't want to feel trapped, or what they think is trapped. Pile number 3. Engagement. Oh, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So that is interesting. So there might be an engagement in this, and you might be wondering, or maybe with the mixed messages, you're thinking that there's an engagement coming along. They might be giving you that impression that they want that. But my sense is that because with the 6 of Cups, there is this kind of long, maybe you've been with this person for a long time, or there's this soulful connection. Maybe you are actually engaged to them. But my sense is that they want freedom. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So maybe there has been some deception, some lies with the 7 of Swords in this. Maybe it's coming to separation with the 4 of Swords. Maybe that's why you've got the crumbling, because it's just at this knife edge, it's just at this crossroads, and you need to have these heart-to-heart conversations, you need to give it a chance. But my sense is that your person, wants to retain the connection, wants to be able to always come back to the connection, but they don't want to feel trapped. They want some sense of freedom. Anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted to all my uploads immediately. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.